let's start. So we want to find the electric field intensity due to infinite plane sheet of charge. So for this, let us consider a non-conducting plane thin sheet of charge, and let us consider the surface charge density of the plane sheet of charge is sigma. So this is the plane sheet of charge of infinite length. Friends, we are considering that sheet is of infinite length and the surface charge density is sigma. For this, we consider a Gaussian surface. That Gaussian surface is this cylindrical body, and we want to find the electric field due to this infinite non-conducting plane sheet of charge. Due to symmetry of the problem, since the sheet is infinite, the electric field intensity E must have the same magnitude as well as the opposite directions at 2 points equidistant from the sheet on opposite sides. So that means the electric field this side and electric field this side of this sheet will have the same magnitude, but they will have the opposite directions. Since no lines of force cross the cylindrical wall, that is curved surface of this cylinder, there is no lines of force crossing. Therefore the flux therefore electric flux across this curved surface will be 0. The component of E normal to the curved surface is 0. The only contributing the electric field intensity flux will be by the end surfaces. Therefore, by the Gauss's law, we can calculate the electric field intensity. Hence, by Gauss law, electric field flux E dot ds across the curved surface plus electric field across S1 E dot ds plus electric field across S2 E dot ds will be given by Q by epsilon naught. But since non electric field across the curved surface, the electric flux will be 0. So this is the 0, and only the electric flux will be across the two ends. Therefore, this will be E into S plus E into S is equal to Q by epsilon naught, where Q is given by sigma into surface area. Therefore, 2Es is equal to sigma S by epsilon naught, which implies that electric field intensity is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So this is the electric field intensity due to infinite non-conducting plane sheet of charge at any point on either side of the sheet. And we can see that this is independent of the distance of the point from the sheet. But practically, an infinite sheet of charge doesn't exist. These results are correct for the real charge sheets if points under consideration are not near the edges. So this electric field intensity formula will apply if the point of consideration is not near the edges of the plane sheet of charge, and the distance of the point from the sheet are smaller compared to the dimension of the sheet. Now let us find the electric field intensity due to infinite charged conducting plate by the application of Gauss's law. Friends, let us consider this is a charged conducting plate and the size of this conducting plate is infinite. So when a charge is given to this conducting plate, so it distributes itself over the entire outer surface and this side also of the plate. Let us consider sigma is the surface charge density and it is uniform and is the same on both surfaces of the plate. Since the thickness of the plate is considered as uniform and of infinite size. Now, the electric field at any point thus arises from the superposition of the fields of the two sheets of the charge, one on each surface of the plate. Since charge after charging this conducting plate, charges are distributed over the outer surface of the this plate. Therefore, it behaves as the two infinite plane sheet of charge. Friends, I think you are getting the point. When the conducting plate is charged, the whole charge is distributed uniformly over the outer surfaces of this plate and they distribute itself in such a way that they behave like two infinite plane sheet of charge. Therefore, the electric field intensity at any point may be calculated by the superposition of the electric fields of the two sheets of the charge, one on each surface of the plate. So suppose E is the electric field intensity due to this plane sheet of charge, and again the same electric field intensity will be due to this plane sheet of charge. Therefore, the by principle of superposition, the total electric field intensity will be given by E1 plus E2 is equal to 2E, since E1 and E2 are equal, and that will be given by 2 times E. This E is nothing but the electric field intensity which we just calculated due to the plane sheet of charge. That is, given by sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Therefore, the total electric field intensity due to the infinite charged conducting plate will be given by sigma by epsilon naught. So, we see that the electric field intensity due to infinite charge conducting plate is 2 times the electric field intensity due to the plane sheet of charge. This we can also calculate by considering the Gaussian surface, and here in a Gaussian surface, cylindrical shape Gaussian surface is taken, of which one end is inside this conducting plate and only the one end is outside the conducting plate. Therefore, since the one end is inside the conducting plate, therefore the electric field will be 0 for this case and electric field will be only for this end. Then also by the Gauss's law we can calculate electric flux E dot ds across surface S will be equal to Q by epsilon naught, and E dot ds, since this electric field and surface area are perpendicular to each other. Therefore, this gives E into S is equal to sigma S by epsilon naught, where we have taken Q is equal to sigma into S. Therefore, this gives electric field intensity E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught, which we also calculated by the applying the principle of superposition. Therefore, this result shows that the field due to charge conducting plate is twice the field due to the plane sheet of charge with the same surface charge density sigma. Further, it is worthy to note that although the electric flux will be the same in both the cases, in case of infinite plane sheet of charge and in case of infinite charge conducting plate, but the flux emerges from both the sides of the non-conducting plate sheet of charge, whereas whole of the flux emerges from the outer surface of the conducting plate. So here in the case of conducting plate, whole of the electric flux is emerging from only one end, while in the infinite plane sheet of charge, the electric flux emerges from both sides, this side also, and they emerges in equal amount, equal magnitude from both sides. Therefore, the electric flux on either side becomes half of the this value. Now let us calculate the electric field intensity between a positively charged parallel plates. In between the charged plates, parallel plates and outer of the charged parallel plate. So let's start. Let us consider these are the two parallel charged plates and these are given the opposite charged. This is given the positive charge, this is given the negative charge. When these two plane parallel infinite conducting plates, these are conducting plates, it may be noted these are the conducting plates. So when the two plane parallel infinite conducting plates separated by some distance are given equal and opposite charges, the field is uniform in the space between them. In between these two plates, the fields are uniform. Now we have considered the edge effect or spreading of the field at the edges of the plates are negligible, as the plates we have considered are of the infinite size. To calculate the electric field intensity in between these two plates and outside these two plates, we will consider a Gaussian surface. So let us draw a normal cylinder through a point P between two plates and let the other end of the cylinder lying in the left conducting plate and crossing an area S. So this Gaussian cylinder is having the area S. The problem is as of the same infinite charge conducting plate, and in this case electric field at point P is given by E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. To find the electric field intensity, so this is the electric field in between the two parallel positively charged conducting plates. This may also be found by the principle of superposition of the fields due to infinite plane sheet of charge. Therefore, at point P, electric field may be written as E1 plus E2, which is in the same direction, each equal to E is given by 2E is equal to 2 times sigma by 2 epsilon naught is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. But for point Q, outside of the parallel plates, E1 and E2 are equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Therefore, the net electric field intensity at point Q will be 0. This may also be calculated by the Gauss's law. Electric flux over S E dot ds is equal to Es is equal to sigma s minus sigma s total charge divided by epsilon naught is equal to 0. Thus, we see that the electric field intensity due to two oppositively charged infinite planes is sigma by epsilon naught at any point in between the plates and is 0 for all external points outside of the parallel plates. So these are the things which I wanted to discuss with you. Friends, if you enjoyed this video lecture, please let me know. We'll discuss if you have any doubt, and please that provide in comment box. And if you like this video, share with your friends so that they can also get benefited, and subscribe the channel if you are watching this for the first time, and press the bell icon for the notification of the coming videos. Thank you.